Tony, hello, Toadster. Yeah, a bit late. Yeah. Are you guys there? Hello, if anybody's there. I hope everyone's doing well tonight. So yeah, I put a new video out today if you want to check it out. It's about 15 minutes long, so I'm probably going to try and get more of those type of videos out, more like long form content. Hello Anton, how you doing? I quite like doing like longer videos where I can get more in depth into my thoughts on things. And all right, okay, you're off now, Toaster. Yeah, you take care. Hello Anton, how have you been? You all right? So yeah, I'm gonna just try and do some more like long form content and stuff. And yeah. Oh yeah, so Mandy, but yeah, she's probably got a thing on my videos. Yeah. I was wondering what had happened, so don't know if she's gonna show up tonight, but yeah, she's not really been in my lives for a while, but yeah, I guess she's just been focusing on recovery and yeah. So yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. If you are new here, can you subscribe please and hit the like as well. But yeah, so you have to put a new video out earlier, so yeah, go and check that out when you get a chance. But yeah, we hit 1.1k, so we're going up. So yeah, and yeah, unfortunately, yeah, four views up to now. It's not going up so fast. The last video, so I don't know. Hopefully, it'll start going up soon. I don't know. It's just yeah, my videos don't seem to be really doing that well lately, even though I've been trying to go back to the landscape form, which is probably going to be better because the portrait videos it cuts it off a lot. So it's all right if you're watching on mobile, but it's no good if you're watching on a desktop device. So yeah, so that's a tip for people if you're putting out videos. If you're filming it from your phone, tilt it to the side so you get it in landscape. Yeah, 15 people here, it's saying 18. Like the live if you haven't already. I hope everyone's had a good day today. If you're new here, welcome in. We talk a lot about health and fitness and things like that. So if you've got any questions you would like to ask, bring it up. I would like to be able to answer it if possible. So yeah. So yeah, let me know how you're doing, everybody. Hope everyone's had a good day today. So hang on, what's going on? Why is there no one saying anything? And no one's really chatting. There's 19 people here apparently, and like there's no one talking. So come on, guys, let's get this chat popping. I don't know if maybe I'll just go on the watch page and see. Maybe I'm missing some comments, but yeah, thank you for the 3 likes, everybody. Let's just have a look at the watch page. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, just bear with me a second. Sorry if I'm missing anything, but yeah. It's just, I don't know, sometimes it messes up. Oh, hello, King Dale Clark. Sorry, hello, the brother John. John Buzzer won the elections. Sorry, I'm missing the, hello, Rajin, hope you're well. Tony, thank you very much. Hello, Joe. What are you talking about? We'll get into that shortly, but yeah, how are we doing, people? Yeah, check out my latest video when you get a chance, because I put a new video out earlier today, so I would really appreciate it if you could go and give it a watch. Yeah, what's this, brother John? What's this? And so, what do you think of Trump winning the election? But for me, it doesn't make a difference. Yeah, same for me. Really, I don't really care either way. It's like no skill of my nose either way. It's like hi James. No, not really. I'm not a religious person. I try to keep religion out of these sort of things, but I respect anyone's, religion and all that. But yeah, if people believe in that, I have no problem as long as you're not trying to push it onto other people. Like, we can agree to disagree. That's fair enough. But yeah, anyway, let's get the likes up in here. Also, subscribe if you're new here. How do you feel about antinatalist? I think that it's kind of a flawed sort of mindset that people have, like that. I don't know, it might come from people who are, more kind of depressed, perhaps, and more kind of dark triad type of personality traits. That because there've been some studies in this, and people with more like dark triad personality traits that tend to have more of this line of thinking. People that tend to be more happier in life tend to not really kind of have this viewpoint on things. How's it going, Regin? Hope you're doing well. I want the war in Ukraine in 24 hours. That's not my news. Yeah. I'm from the UK. What about yourself? Where are you from? Anyway, thank you for the 4 likes, people. Let's get the likes up in here. Come on, let's do this. Also, yeah, subscribe if you are new. Let's. I'm happy, Dale. I think it makes a difference at least for the next 4 years. Anyway, really, you really think it makes a difference? I don't know. I don't really think that. I think it's too kind of like the whole way that the system is. It's too kind of yeah. How's it going, Neno B123? How you doing? Republicans aren't playing this year. We got the House, the Senate, and the presidency. All right. What do you mean? Republicans aren't playing. You're on about you meaning that you've got everything. That not just the presidency. You're saying that. I don't really pay any attention to the politics. I just think it's all a bit of a smoke screen to me. It's all just it doesn't really matter either way. It's really the people who are in charge are the bankers, the corporations, the military, etc. When you look into how deep the system is, kind of like how they control everything, and it's just there needs to be a complete change up in things. In the way the system is run. Well, hopefully it does make a difference. I would like to think so. For me personally, unfortunately, I don't think anything changes. I wish it would mean something. Yeah, because it's like when Trump was in, didn't really seem to have any difference from when Obama was in, for example. It's like, I don't notice really any difference. So you should, because we're about to riff our UN funding. All right. I mean, I don't even really need to. It's like politics and religion. I don't know, but then again, I call it open discussion. So yeah, it's just I tend to not really like talking so much about politics and religion. To be honest, it's just something it causes a lot of division and arguments. And good luck buying oil from Russia. Oh yeah, I just I just don't really care. There's nothing that me as an individual can really do about it. So I just don't even put any attention into it. It's just whatever, Nothing's going to change. No matter who I vote for, nothing's going to change. So what is the point? I don't vote. I just don't put any energy into that. I don't think it's the right thing to do personally, but everyone's going to have their own opinion on it. It's just I just think it's wasted time and energy personally, but anyway. But I hope everyone's doing well. I'd rather focus on what's more within my control. Can I ask, would you fight for the UK if war broke out? Nah, I couldn't give a fuck about the UK, to be honest. I don't give a fuck about any of this shit. It's like, it's gone to a point where it's just, why would I fight for a country that's just it's just like, it's kind of a shell of its former self, and it's just, and for the most part, the people nowadays are just fucking terrible, and just that's something I wouldn't even want to fight for anyway. I would leave in a heartbeat if I could. I was been thinking about leaving this fucking country for a while, actually. Maybe moving somewhere else, like Southeast Asia, for example. I can't be doing with all this nonsense here anymore. I don't know, it's just, maybe I'm just having a bit of a negative outlook on things, but this country's just gone, it's a shame, it really is. But yeah. Well, like, things that, relevant to me, yeah, but it's like, there's nothing I can really do as an individual to really change it, though. Unless people came together in mass to, like, make something happen, but me as an individual can't really do anything. I'd rather focus on things that I can do, like getting my finances up, for example, would be a start. getting healthier, doing things that are going to benefit my life in some way. Like I really couldn't give a fuck about, other people, to be honest, because most people that wouldn't care about me anyway. So why should I care? That's kind of my attitude on things. I'll just help those that are actually, worthy of my help, and fuck the rest of them. I don't give a fuck. So yeah, if you don't like it, fuck off. I'm not interested. You're not welcome here. So yeah, that's my kind of, I just see the way that things are going, and I just don't even give a fuck anymore. Like this world has just gotten shit in general, really, especially the West. So yeah, especially the UK, the US. I just see it crumbling around me, and it's not something I really want to be, supporting. So you got all these people fucking paying taxes into a fucking system that just wants to create wars for no reason. And what could I invest 1K into, Jamie, to at least double it? I mean, yeah, 1K, like, I see, you could do things like, I mean, it's going to take time no matter what you invest your money in. You have to be patient with it. Like investing it in, whether you put it into like a stock or whether you put it into, diversifying, I would recommend diversifying if you're going to invest your money. Diversifying it into different things. If you just want to do a passive income, then just diversifying it into different. And this is not financial advice, but I'm just saying this is what I would do. You don't want to have just like one stock where you put all your money into it. You want to have different things to spread your risk. Risk management is what you want to be focusing on, and that's, yeah, it takes time though. Yeah, gold can be good for long term, and I do think that, yeah, people should probably start to buy up some more of these resources, because this fucking currency, it's like people talk about, like the currency dying out, the fiat currency, but what are we going to do about it though? We need to like kind of basically hedge against inflation. So it's like I said, instead of focusing on, we need to have all these politics and all this, and it's like focus on what you can do to, kind of strategize against things. Yeah, hi, man, welcome in. So that's what I would personally do. Like what can you do to offset like the cost of living that going up, like by putting it into like yields, and then once you've got enough money, then you could look into doing property, and you could do it. There's even things like getting like micro shares in properties that you can get for like as little as £100. So if you got £1,000, you might even have enough to invest in a property in like shares basically. Another one was fine art. I've seen stuff about that, but I don't know how legit that is. But probably best to kind of diversify into different things. So if one thing fails, then it's not going to really matter that much. So it's just spreading your risk is going to, it's like virtually foolproof. Well, you can get shares in property for as little as £100. Yeah, there's a website, I can't remember the name of it, but I don't know, there might be some catch to it, but you can get shares in property. I know that you don't have to like buy the whole thing. And I know that one thing you could try and do is like find others that want to invest in property. If you can get a few people together, and you can, let's say if you've got a few thousand each, then you can combine resources, then that's an option. Then you can just like, possibly go to the moon with that. But obviously there's responsibilities and stuff, but holiday lets might be a good idea to invest in. I'm actually planning to get myself a static caravan and then rent that out on certain seasons to basically offset the cost of living in it, like the rent, the ground rent basically. So that's an idea, is basically, so that's one thing that you could do, but obviously everyone's got their own goals, and aspirations and all that. But yeah, I don't have much savings as the cost of living is at an all-time high at the moment. Yeah, I know, but you would just have to kind of like look at ways to increase your savings, and there are things that you can do like that apps and different sites you can use to make a bit of extra money. When you add it all up, you can. I do bits of stuff, and it does add up. But it depends on how much time you're willing to put into it to get your income up. Hello, Dave. How you doing? I'm sure we've had this conversation the other day. Well, okay. Well, there's nothing wrong with having this conversation again. If people need to, like get some advice or something. I mean, it just sounds like you're being a bit kind of funny there. I don't know, like, oh, we've had this conversation the other day. It's like you're just trying to be snarky or something, like, So of course, sometimes the conversations can repeat, and there's nothing wrong with that. So, yeah, like, no, there isn't what? Sorry. I work 16 hours weekly at Sainsbury's and claim universal credit. I'm looking to increase my hours over the Christmas period. Oh yeah, so you're like on like kind of, you got like some kind of, what is it? What is it called? Like what is it some kind of like disability or some kind of, how's it going, the Anderson 1986? Yeah, welcome in, yeah. Well, yeah, how you doing? Yeah. Yeah, it's good that people started coming back again. That's good to see. It's yeah, we're trying to build up a community in here, and yeah, I'm planning to really kind of get this to get big this time, because I've been trying to do TikTok, and guess what? I got to 38,000 followers and they fucking banned me. So I'm less likely to get banned on here, I think. Yeah, as long as I be careful, but yeah. So have you been reading any books lately? I don't really read books. I mean, I should probably read more, but it's just I never really get round to it. I watch videos. I tend to like to watch videos more. Like I tend to watch like video documentaries and stuff like that. I'm more into that than reading books. Yeah, I had 38,000 followers. Yeah, that's ouch, but it is what it is, But the thing is, though, most of these followers were not real proper followers, though. That's the thing with TikTok. Yeah, just because you've got 38,000 followers, you know how many people I get on average in my lives? Most of the time, it would probably be about the same as what I'm getting right now. Maybe a little bit more on some occasions. Hello, Richard, how you doing? But a lot of people would just not really stick around very much. They would just be kind of in and out. It would just be quite, there wouldn't really be any community there. Hardly, we do get the odd few that would stick around and stuff, but yeah, not too bad. Thank you, Richard. What have you been up to today? You're a nice man and talk the truth, and people don't like the truth. Yeah, this is the thing. It's like I said, if you want to get successful, it's going to take work. It's going to take hard work to build yourself up. That's just the way it is. Unfortunately, you have to, you might have to like take some time to save it up. But yeah, if you're saying about 16 hours a week, hello Fight Club, how you doing? Welcome in here. How's your day been? Make sure you subscribe if you're new here, people. That would be really appreciated. But yeah, we seem to be getting a little bit busier in these lives, so that's good. Oh, Anton's already deleted the comment. Why? What was this Fight Club person? I don't know. What was he saying? Pinocchio. Is it because and then trying to make like some kind of nasty comment or something? Is it or something? Yeah. But do you think what do you think is the biggest problem with the UK today? Biggest problem with the UK? Good question. Hello, Chris. How you doing? I don't know, Chris. I have to just try and deal with one question at a time. But yeah, what's the biggest problem in the UK today? I just think I would say apathy is one of the biggest problems. And just in general, a lot of the West has this problem, and even worldwide, it's it's probably a lot of it is down to cost of living, and also just people are just not very healthy as well. Just people are just not very happy. I think they found that second most miserable nation in the world. I heard someone saying. I don't know how true that is. I haven't actually fact checked it, but it is a very miserable nation, and it's just not somewhere I really want to be long term. If it's going to stay like this, then why would I want to be somewhere where half the year everyone's just miserable? In winter and even autumn, it's just even summer. Most people just seem to be kind of they just don't seem to be very optimistic for a lot of people. Yeah, some people are happy, but I just, see, observe around me, and I'm like, no one seems to really be that happy. Combination of problems. I think, yeah, it's ultimately these problems that have led to like the apathy of this country, where people have just kind of given up. There's especially a lot of these young men. I mean, in fact, I think they found that like young men are just like, they're just basically giving up in this country. They're either giving up and just like playing video games or something, or they're moving to a different country, like somewhere in Southeast Asia or somewhere like that, where they can just like have a cheap like cost of living and get married over there. And there's just people like, there's also another thing with that, with like the dating crisis and all that in the West, and it's a big thing in the UK. I've heard it's not so much in like Eastern Europe. Is still pretty decent over there, but yeah, it's hard to really say what the biggest problem is. But maybe this country had it too good for too long, so depression and people moan more now. I mean, you could say that, but like, what you mean people had it too good? I mean, because that sounds like what some like freaking like, someone who's like had it easy would say. I don't know, like would say, oh, look at these like, kind of entitled people. It's like, but life should not be that difficult, especially when we've got like technology that makes things, it should make things more efficient. We should be having the best life we've ever had, but for some reason, life just seems to have gotten worse for a lot of people. I think a lot of it's just down to like, like the social media has really done a number on people. It's just, with this lack of contacts with each other, and it's that thing that's one of the biggest things now with the, people are just addicted to social media now. They're constantly comparing themselves to others. Like I said, with the comparison is the thief of joy, and seems to be a big thing in the West. But I think Eastern, it's like it's just not as, it's not really affecting them as much as it did. I've not had it easy, worked so my life, etc., and often struggled, just saying in general. Yeah, it's just like, I get what you're saying, and there is entitled people out there, but like, I mean, when things are like, when you've got technological advancements, then surely like the life should be getting better for people. But I think the problem is that you might be right in that, not that they've had it too good, but that it's like, I think they need some kind of like reference point of like, even just to have that experience for like even just a short amount of time. Maybe everybody should try and just like go live on the street for a week, just to like kind of put things into perspective. Maybe that'd be a good idea. Everyone should just like the health service, for example. Well, that's kind of gone downhill, hasn't it, really? But when you mean people were used to it being good, but why should it go down though? Like, I don't know, like, surely it should keep getting better over time as it gets more and more advanced with technology. You'd think, the things like the health service should keep improving, but it seems like it's the opposite. I mean, when trains are, turn into a disgrace. Train services used to be on point. I remember you used to be able to get a direct train all the way from Blackpool to Scarborough, but then they cut it to York. It's like, it used to be better. You used to be able to, and it's like the train services are horrible now. There's so many delays, there's so much nonsense, so many people going on strike, and that's my point. It's only gone to like other countries. What do you mean? Are you on about the NHS stuff? Like, I mean, they're requiring like staff from other countries. Is that what you mean? Like, you're getting all these, Filipino nurses and stuff like that. That's like, because they can't get enough people from this country. Maybe it's just because there's not enough people that want to do it here, especially with the wages that they get. I don't know, that could be why. It's that they're like, why would I want to work for a wage that's not even, a proper living wage? So, but maybe there is entitlement with that. But what we're supposed to do, it's like, well, if there's not enough houses being built because not enough people want to do the graft to actually build them. So how are we supposed to actually improve that? Hello, Abby, how you doing? London Tube is amazing for people, even though I don't like it. Yeah, I think it's got its good things about it, because like it's very convenient how you can just like every 2 minutes you'll get on a new train or something. Like you can get, because I remember when I was in London and you could yeah, we would wait for the tube and then 2 minutes and then it's a new train there. It's like, it's brilliant for that. Does get really packed. So if you've got like claustrophobia, it's not good for that. But it's a good, it's good, convenient, doesn't take very long. It helps you get around a lot easier because without it, I mean, it would be very difficult to get around London, wouldn't it? It would be very packed, the streets would just be rammed full of people and be an absolute nightmare, wouldn't it? So I think having those sort of services can be good for that. But, in general in the country, it's just, there seems to be more poverty now. There seems to be more, there seems to be more kind of, just like, just more kind of, I don't know, like more of these rundown towns now, these ghost towns, and they're a shell of their former self. And yeah, it's sad to see the decline and all that, but will things ever recover or will it keep getting worse? I mean, what do you think, people? The high street will probably just keep dying off, but I don't know, it's one of those things it'll probably just see more wealth concentrated in the cities and the towns will just die off pretty much. So yeah, but yeah, what do you all think anyway? Yeah, share this out if you can, people, and like the live, subscribe if you're new here. I agree equally, it's great that what's the train service, because of the amount of trains, if you change a train, it's not a long delay to wait. Exactly. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's ideal for that because you can just, whereas, on the train service that we have, it's like you could be waiting like half an hour for a changeover. Like you could be, you might have to get on a new train and it's like, oh God, it's a half an hour or an hour. I remember when I went to I think it was Doncaster and I had to get on at Leeds. There was loads of issues going on and yeah, it was a nightmare. It was, but yeah, that's the thing. It's just, and the bus services are pretty rubbish as well. Half the time they're not even there when they're supposed to be there. They can be delayed 10, 20 minutes or so. It's just, you just can't rely on them that much, can you? Yeah, I think we should concentrate on our own country and not give so much to others. We get no thanks for it. Exactly. This is what I mean. It's like if we're not getting thanks for the foreign, foreign, what they call like, sort of what's the word for? Is it called foreign whatever they call it, the foreign aid, whatever they call it. It's like we should get some kind of, we should get some appreciation for that. But no, it's like it is what it is. But yeah, we should be focusing on our own people, absolutely. And I know there's this whole like debate on the whole like immigration crisis and all that, but it's like, well, if they're coming in here, then they shouldn't be just like put up in these hotels. I don't think, because it's like taxpayers are paying for that. It's not fair. And if they keep if they keep letting these people in, then it's probably just going to keep decimating the economy. If they're going to be here, they should have to like contribute to the economy. Like there should be, yeah. So I get why people are really pissed off about it all, but at the same time, it's like I understand why these people are like leaving their countries because they're shitholes, but but we've got to just like take care of our own people. We've got homeless people living here. Hello, Haley. Good to see you again. Sort this country out first. Do a massive charity for our UK charities. Yeah, exactly. Well, they say like you can't pour from an empty cup anyway. So like if we sort our own people out, then as a byproduct, we can actually help other countries out more because we'll start to have a thriving economy. And then the other countries can be helped a lot more. We could do trades better with other countries, like because we've got more money flowing around in our own country. So that would be better if we could focus on building the country up and having a better place for tourism, for example, and encouraging more people in by adding new things, new sites, things like that. New things for people to come and want to see. Then they'll get more people coming in from other countries, bringing more money into it, and then because we've got more money floating around the country, we can then start to have more trade with other countries, which would then, as a byproduct, help their countries out as well, and would cause this kind of positive kind of knock-on effect. So, but people don't seem to understand. They're just kind of all they do is all these do-gooders are like, oh, we need to sort these countries out. Yeah, but we need to sort ours out first, and then as a byproduct, we can actually help the country out. Because if we're so poor, then how are we going to be able to afford to actually really, help them? So yeah, I mean, it's an absolute joke. This country at this point, like I said, I wouldn't want to be supporting a country that's that's funding proxy wars and things like that. We should not be getting involved in other people's wars. I don't care what anybody says. Like, it's not our business. They should just be like, deal with it themselves. It's like, why should they be getting people to put their lives at risk trying to fight other people's battles? It's and then because they have to use that people's taxpayers' money to be able to help out by buying more weapons up, for example. It's not our problem. I know it might sound cold-hearted, but you got to think about our people and how there's people struggling. There's people you've got these freaking old age pensioners who are disabled and they're getting their freaking money cut off, apparently, their winter allowance. So, but yeah, they're sending money abroad for other people that don't care about us. That's the state of the country that we live in. So yeah, people can say what they want. They can say, xenophobic, whatever isms or phobics or whatever. I don't give a crap. Like, you just make yourself look really kind of, just kind of ignorant of the actual situation. And yeah, no, it's not just it's not just the UK, of course. Like, you look at like other countries, like it's just that it's just that they're quite soft on like these things because they don't want to be seen to be like doing bad sort of thing, because there's so many do-gooders who are like, oh, we need to like look out for the asylum seekers. A lot of them are economic migrants, is what they call them. Like that's more what they are, not anyway. We're watching Dig It for Britain documentaries on YouTube today. Binge watched about 20 documentaries. All I got hyperfixed on that. Oh really? Yeah, hi Owen Digital, how you doing tonight? Hope all is well with you. Have you tried anything nice to tea this evening? Just like a veg pasta thing, but yeah. What about yourself? You had anything nice? Tony, what did you say where you were from? Was it you that was from Stamford Bridge? So I remember there was someone from Stamford Bridge the other day. Can't remember if it was you or was it somebody else. That's like not too far from me. Might have been confused with someone else, but anyway, how are we doing tonight, people? I hope you're all doing well. Share this out if you can and subscribe if you're new here. Oh, it is you, yeah. Maybe we'll have to try and meet up at some point, eh? So seeing as though we're not so far. Yeah. Hi, Anna, you alright? Good to see you again. How have you been? Is everything alright with you? Good little community we're building in here now, so that's good to see. It's it's the most lively live I think I've had for a while in here. It's been a few people kind of interacting with each other, so that's good to see. But yeah, I'm not too bad, thank you, Anna. See, I've been researching this thing called methylene blue, and you might have heard me talk about it a few times. I've just been really hyped about it because there might be some potential therapeutic use for certain things, for mental health, for brain fog, for other things. Like, it might help with things such as altitude sickness and things like that, hypoxia and all that kind of stuff. It's meant to help with the mitochondria and stuff. So this is stuff I want to talk about, because a lot of people don't even know about it. I put a post out on my community tab, and most people haven't even heard of it. So if most people haven't heard of it, then it's and they definitely haven't taken it. So yeah, it's just stuff that we need to kind of like, kind of promote when you see that there's so many health potential benefits. We also need to warn people of potential dangers, like make sure that you get it from a good source and it's not been contaminated with heavy metals, for example. Be careful with contaminated metals. Yeah, exactly. You've got to obviously get it from a reputable source. So that's what we're just saying. Yeah. Where can you buy it safely? I mean, I've heard you can get it from doctors. You might be able to get a prescription at your doctor's, but have a look online. I might actually have a look into it myself and find out if there's any products I could promote. That so what kind of conditions do you have that maybe be beneficial for then? Have you noticed a lot of, let's say, visitors throw the rubbish in the street? So someone, oh, you got your picture on here, Richard. Now I see. So someone else will clean it up. I seen it outside earlier. Oh yeah, I remember like that was something a lot. We had a lot on my street when I used to live in Blackburn. We had a lot of shall we say what some people call illegal aliens. But I mean, as long as they're respectful, I don't have any problem with it. It's just that, yeah, they tend to be quite not so kind of. I don't know, they just seem to think that they can get away with anything, because I think what it is that if anybody complains, then it will be seen as racial profiling or something like that. It's like how they would park on double yellows a lot. Like you would see them parking in places they shouldn't be, on double yellow lines, zigzag lines, single yellow lines, all that kind of stuff. They would be parking in places they shouldn't be. It was just kind of a disgrace, really. But it's just because they think that, they can get away with anything. Like you'll see them doing all sort of stuff that they shouldn't be doing, and it's like that because the thing is, if anybody tries to kind of do anything, then they'll be seen as racially profiling them. I remember there was like streets where there would be like piled with cars on them, and they wouldn't do anything. I mean, the parking wardens, whatever they call them, the ticket guys, they would be making an absolute killing off these people. Yeah, littering's not good for the environment. Yeah, exactly. It's kind of funny because like a lot of these environmentalists wouldn't actually. The thing is, they wouldn't actually call out the problem of like how people from certain communities are like the biggest contributors to it. So yeah, that's just kind of ironic, isn't it? Anyway, we've got 13 people in here. Oh wow, yeah, 14 now. Yes, they're doing a bit better tonight. So that's good. Yeah, check out my latest video when you get a chance to. But yeah, I'm not like saying that we shouldn't have immigration or anything like that. It's just that we need to be vetting people. We need to be, careful who we're letting in, that make sure that they're actually respectful of our laws. Because if they don't respect your laws, then that is disrespect to our culture. And yeah, it's just that there's some people concerned that they might try and bring in Sharia law or whatever it's called, or Sharia law, which could be quite dangerous. So yeah, it's just, yeah, anyway. Yeah, the council has been informed about them, but they use I can't speak English as an excuse, and the council tend to do nothing. They are still doing it. Yeah, exactly. That's all probably a load of BS. If you can't speak English, you shouldn't be here. It's as simple as that. We're an English-speaking country only, and you should be respecting that. And yeah, if they can't speak English, they need to either go back to their own country or they need to go learn lessons, because yeah, that they can't use that as an excuse. But no one will do anything about it because people are too weak to actually. No one seems to have a backbone to actually sort anything out. That's why I think this country is a freaking joke. Selective understanding when they choose to. Yeah, exactly. They can just yeah. So like I said, they should be vetting people that are coming in, making sure that they actually speak English. If they don't speak English, they should be, I don't know, put through some program. But then again, that would be straining on our resources. If they can't speak English, then they should be not allowed in. They've got all these people that are, coming in on the boats, and it's like they need to be deporting them. It's like, why are they letting them stay and drain our resources? And they think they can try and rob you. Yeah, this is it, and it's like you see all the crime going on as well, and it's like, like the I mean, it's like, if people talk about like crime and all that, but thing is, our prisons would actually be a lot less. This is another thing that would be draining on our resources as well. The amount of prison space or whatever that needs to be for all these people, because if you look at the crime rates of a lot of these people, it's actually quite a bit higher than average. So, I'm just speaking facts here. It's yeah, this is the way it is. It's yeah, no one can deny that. So if you want to actually sort out this country, then it's like if you keep bringing these people in and they don't respect the laws, then all you're doing is you're just draining the resources more, which is then going to either mean you're going to have more taxes or you're going to have to print more money out, which is an absolute disaster. Going to put the prices up on everything even more. So this is how you actually would deal with the cost of living crisis, is that, you would sort all this shit out. I mean, that thing is, at one time I used to be quite kind of, but yeah, it's just, I just don't really feel like any politicians really give a fuck. This is why I say I don't even bother voting, because no one would actually really care about the issues of the people here. They don't listen, whether it's Labour, whether it's the Tories. No one really cares. Everyone's just kind of, it's all kind of pander to, whoever's, financially backing them, if they're giving them secret, deals and all this, like, oh, we'll give you, £1,000 if you just, if you just like, do this or something, like bribery. Oh yeah, Anderson used to Matrix. I'm white and proud. I mean, like, I don't really want to be going on about the whole, that whole kind of thing. Like, I don't care about anyone's skin color. I see everyone as an individual, and I respect you as an individual as long as you're respectful to me. I've talked to people from all different backgrounds of, like black people, Asian people, Chinese people. I don't care, as long as you respect me, then that's fine. I don't care where you're from. It's like there's some people that will have like, sort of prejudiced ideas about someone, and I'm not just going to assume someone's a certain way because of a certain race. But I do recognize that there seems to be an attack on whiteness now. Actually, there's this whole kind of thing of, like white guilt, and that they want to shame you for, being something that you can't control. Like, and they'll say that, oh, somehow that we're responsible for the slave trade or some crap like that we should be paying reparations or some bullshit. Like, what? Like I said, I wasn't even going to talk about politics tonight, but it was just, people started talking about it, and I started to get a bit fired up, because, sometimes it can get you in that mood of doing like, I know said she has a clone in chat. Not sure which account's legit. Yeah, that's a bit confusing then. I don't know. Fucking hell, what is going on? Yeah, maybe the one that said hi again. Yeah, you just never know on here, do you? Unless you actually click on it. England ended the slave trade. Really? Yeah, well, it wouldn't surprise me. The thing with this whole slave trade is that, I'll give you a quick history lesson, right? The African slave trade was not the only slave trade. In fact, the actual word slave comes from Slav. You know what Slav is, right? Someone from Eastern Europe. So it was actually originally those were the people. Well, no, they weren't the original slaves, of course. People have enslaved others throughout history, but that's where the term was coined from. If you look into it, it was actually people from the Iberian Peninsula and Northern Africa that did the enslaving. Look into it. It's facts. Yeah, so yeah, all these people want to go on about their fucking bullshit, and it just pisses me off when people show such ignorance, and then they're, yeah, like they don't know what they're talking about. There's like, oh, like we need to like blah blah blah. And it's like, oh, we need to pay reparations. Well, the thing is, though, it's like whether you're black or white, it's like we all benefit from this system that's like actually was far worse at one time. And I could agree with what Richard was saying about like how people have had it too good, and it's like people from like even 100 years ago, they were in real like squalor like, compared to what we have now. Like think about like so many 100 200 years ago how life was. They talk about like the Victorian days and how things were terrible back then. We literally had slaves then in this country. Like people don't even realize how bad it was then. Like there was things called workhouses, which were horrible. If you was like disabled, you couldn't work, you were pretty much forced into that. So and there was also things of like, people would force their kids up in chimneys and stuff in these, and they would be bad for their health and all that. So people in this country haven't had it easy. I've even heard of stories of like, I think it was 1963 in the winter of that year. And someone told me about this because they'd actually been through it themselves, I think, where it was that cold. And this was, I think, in London, which it doesn't usually get that cold, but it was a really, really cold winter that year. How's it going, Gujar? Welcome in. So it was so cold, and they literally were crying to go home. But the thing is, though, because, yeah, how's it going on in Mags? I'm doing fine, thank you. Hope you're doing well yourself. It was so cold, they were crying to go home. That was how bad it was. So there's been times in history where, such brutal things have happened, no matter what race you're from. But the fact that people have gone through such hardship has actually led to all the advancements that we have now, the people that built the infrastructure. How's it going, Divyansh? Hope you're doing well. And it would be mostly men as well. So another thing is that people want to try and demonize men as well. Who built the fucking infrastructure? Hello, fellows. Yeah, how you doing? Who built the fucking infrastructure? Who's ended day after day after day so that you can have comfort? So yeah, of course there's women that are willing to do, the back-breaking stuff, but who is it predominantly? Who's willing to risk their life so that we can have central heating, so that we can have all these things, all these mod cons? Who's the ones that have actually been ambitious to actually think of ideas to make life better for everybody? Of course, women have their own, role to play in this, but when people try and say that, oh, we don't need men and all this shit, good luck having a society without them. Let's see how far you get. So yeah. They try to demonize masculinity, saying that masculinity is toxic, but without masculinity, then we don't have leadership, we don't have ambition, we don't have courage, anything like that. They say it's a man's world, yeah, like that. Was it James Brown, isn't it? It's a man's world. Of course, there's women that help, and it's like with things like inventions and stuff like that. Of course, they'll say, like for every successful man, there's a successful woman and all that behind them. And of course, yeah, I mean, like, but it's like, but without the man, then it's like, it's, you're just not probably going to have seen the same level of progress. There's this whole thing of like, I think the problem what we have now is that because a lot less men are actually dating and they're not getting married as much, there's less kind of motivation for men to actually strive more, because at one time like men had to like really just kind of really go through the grit, because they knew that their hard work would be for some purpose for like their family and all that. But a lot are just giving up now. So I think that's the big problem of today's society in general, in Western society. Is this live talking about women? I'm just talking about how the both men and women are needed in society, and that trying to kind of demonize either gender is just kind of ignorance and just downright wrong. I think as a man, I need a woman to make life meaningful. Yeah, it's just, I think it's something that we have to kind of try to, yeah, try to kind of just work on yourself, and you have to just use it as motivation to like, it's like if you want a good woman, then you have to be someone special, because especially in this day and age with competition rampant, it's like they can just get out and like a dating app, they could go on and get like freaking 100 matches in an hour. It's crazy. Even if they're not the most gorgeous woman, but they can just get tons of matches instantly. They can put themselves out, put a post out on Instagram, instantly get like 10 messages from guys who are instantly ready to get with them. Of course, the women have to like sift through all that, but you have to be good enough for them, to meet that, caliber of man. So a lot of men are complaining, and it's like, oh, the dating, market's rigged and all that. But instead of complaining, actually build yourself up. And that's what I'm doing. And I'm going to keep doing that. And I'm going to do what it takes to actually be successful. And, so that I'm, the most fulfilled, the best version of myself. Been really hitting, the fitness stuff lately. I've been doing workouts today, and it's just been feeling really positive about things. And yeah, I think over half of people on dating apps don't actually want to date. Exactly. There's a lot of fake people out there. A lot of them are just looking for validation. I think this is a problem with it. Yeah, a lot of them are just, of course, a lot of men on there are just looking for hookups. So this is the problem. But for them to actually take a man seriously, because of so many matches, you have to really stand out. And it's very difficult on these apps, because you're competing against people. Hello, Jimmy. How have you been? Good to see you again. You're like having to compete against freaking the best of the best, and it's not just the best looks, but the best like camera angles. And a lot of guys don't know how to do that sort of stuff. So maybe you have to get someone. If you, I don't even really recommend doing dating apps though, but wouldn't go on a dating app to date, to be honest. Yeah, because it's just a lot of it. Like I was going to say, it's probably not even worth it for most people. Some people get lucky on them, but it's just, I think it's best to meet in person. Actually do things that you enjoy, and you'll probably find someone if you're good enough and you've gotten to a point where, because the thing is, a lot of men are, not even earning that much these days. Like a lot of them are just not that ambitious. There's this thing called hypergamy. Women tend to want a guy who's earning more than they are, and just have other things going on that are, like even like their status or whatever. It's like they want a guy that's more. I'm not talking every single woman, but some women are willing to settle a bit more. But a lot of women want a guy that's, more established than they are, which these days is harder for them to find, because a lot of them have really like sky high standards, and they think that, oh yeah, because they had some guy that were like matched with them, that they thought, oh, this guy is earning 6 figures a year, and then now they think that anything below that is inferior, and they're not going to give it a chance. So I think this is the problem when they've been on these apps, they've been on social media, and if any guy who's of a high caliber even shows any slightest bit of interest in them, that's going to boost their ego. It's going to make them more entitled. So I think men should probably just stop using these things, because all you're doing is just boosting their egos. I mean, I don't want to say this to be like sexist or anything. It's just, this is the problem with like dating now, where, and there's a lot of guys that have really high standards as well now, who shouldn't be. Like there's these freaking like neck beards who think that they should be getting like the hot, like anime girl kind of, like the kind of e-girl type. And it's like, but what have you really got going for you? You've got riddled with acne, you're overweight, you're probably stink of sweat all the time, and you just play video games all day. Yeah, I know you play video games and you might want the one like the video game nerd girl or something, but what is she really gonna see in you though? Like you just oh yeah, but yeah, American sweets. Those are apparently the worst, aren't they? Like anyway, thank you for the 10 likes, everybody. If you haven't already liked the live, but yeah, what we're saying in the chat, people. eHarmony. I've never tried it, but I've heard it's supposed to be one of the better ones because it's more for long, lasting relationships or something. But I've seen the type of people on dating apps. Through my sis-in-law, and definitely wouldn't go on one though. Oh yeah, because I think Abby was saying that she had a bad experience on one, and plenty of freaks, as some people call it. Yeah. Done well on my diet today. Jamie just had my breakfast, dinner, and toast for tea, and I'm having nothing else till tomorrow. That's good then. Hopefully you'll be able to keep up with it. I'm just wondering, Mum, if you want to look into that, like with the methylene blue stuff, and whether that might help you with getting more energy, because I know you were saying that you weren't getting a lot of sleep, and it's supposed to help with your stress and all that, and it can be like an adaptogen. So I was wondering if like you should take it in combination with something like ashwagandha or tonkat ali, or I don't know if that's meant to be good for women. I don't know, but so I know a lot of guys take ashwagandha, tonkat ali, and stuff like that, and shilajit as well, I think is the other one that they take for like their testosterone. But yeah, it's meant to help with lowering stress, which as a byproduct can actually help increase testosterone. But if you already have like low cortisol, then it's not going to probably increase testosterone by any meaningful amount. So I thought it was your sister-in-law's brother, because his ex-girlfriend niece that was on that site. What? What the hell? Your sister-in-law's brother's cousins, he's just like taking the piss or something. That sounds like the 6 degrees of separation or something. Yeah. Anyway, how are we doing tonight, everybody? Share this out if you can, and subscribe if you are new here. Yeah. What we're saying. Yeah, 50 star jumps. Yeah, well done, Abby. Yeah, that's. I think I did. I didn't even count. I did some earlier, but I didn't count them. Did quite a lot though. Been getting quite good with that. I noticed it like in the calves, I think, of where it kind of you can feel a bit of strain in there after a while, probably because of the constant impact in the floor, and you feel that kind of yeah. But over the time, you do get better with that, and you got me inspired to do them. Well, that's good. It's good that I can help inspire people to do it. It's quite fun, isn't it? There's another thing called spotty dogs that I've been doing, which are like kind of a bit like star jumps, but I'll show you what I mean. So I'll just give you an example of what a spotted dog looks like. This is what they call a spotted dog, you right? What is it for this? What's this? I think I've shown this to Richard before, and it said it looked like a cross trainer without the machine or something. So yeah, that's another fun little kind of exercise. It might work your muscles a little bit differently. So yeah. Oh yeah, people, I just need a quick toilet break, so I'll be back as soon as I can. Don't go anywhere, people. All right, sorry about that, people. It inspired me to sit on the couch all day today. A bit. Oh yeah, yeah. That's wow. Yeah. Anyway, I was in chemist today was hilarious. A woman had piles and was asking for ice cream, but it was for her cousin's dad's sister, not her. What the hell? Yeah. Is it for real? It sounds ridiculous. Be right back. I'll see you later, Mags. Yeah, how we doing, people? Is Dale still there? Not seen Dale here for a while, so it's good we got the kind of interaction. I felt like it's a lot more interactive on here than it is on TikTok. Actually, I prefer the group that we get here. That, to be honest, like some of the people are really good. Getting more like regulars coming back, and it's just a more positive. I don't get all these toxic troll people here. It's just I'll just vibe a lot better with you guys. I know some of you guys are from TikTok, but yeah, I just don't get all the negative stuff on here really. So I appreciate you all that are, keep coming back, and it's it's loyalty here more. So I find, yeah. Yeah. So what's this? Rude. I dragged you out for 10 miles the other day. You need the rest today. Oh yeah. You need a rest. Yeah. And from my mother's womb. Oh yeah. That's what you got that from me, didn't you? Because I keep saying that. When people say where are you from, I'm like I'm from my mother's womb. Yeah. I don't know if my mum. She probably would laugh at that actually, but yeah. Yeah. Anyway, it's just I always have these kind of funny little things to say in response to things like that. So that's what you went for a 10-mile walk the other day, lol. Yeah, I didn't, but it was Richard and Haley did that. Yeah, that's pretty impressive. That's about probably 20,000 steps or so, I reckon that. So pretty good going that. So yeah, but. If I went for 10 miles, I wouldn't actually feel anything from that, to be honest. That would be, because I'm not used to walking, quite a lot, doing a lot of exercise and stuff that, I've got the endurance to be able to keep doing stuff like that. In order to survive in the wild, you're gonna need to be able to endure the long ass walks. Oh, what's that? Maybe along with your exercise routine, maybe take up jogging as well to improve your fitness. Yeah, you've said this before, but I do bits of running. Like I said, you've already talked about this before. I try to do cardio and stuff, and it's as long as you're doing some form of cardio, it's good. But it's just you don't want to do too much running because it can be bad for the joints. But I try and mix in bits of stuff here and there, even things like swimming could be good as well. I should maybe take up swimming actually. That's meant to be good for you because it's low impact and it's works every muscle in the body. So yeah, if you're Bear Grylls, oh yeah. Yeah, well, you need to be able to, run fast because maybe there's some predators and you don't want that. And when they got little legs, oh yeah, it's like chicken legs. So they call it when someone's got a thick upper body and then nothing on the legs. Yeah. But yeah, anyway, nothing wrong with little legs. Oh yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Well, you whoever you are, but yeah. Anyway. Anyway, yeah, keep the chat flowing, people. Rude calling Haley a thick upper body. I'm not saying it's a thick upper body. I'm just I'm just saying that it's that's what they call chicken legs, isn't it? But yeah. Anyway, welcome in everybody. Digging yourself a hole, lol. Oh yeah, I know. I just kind of mess around it and stuff. I just kind of like to just kind of say tongue in cheek sort of remarks. That's just how I am. People will get used to it. It's just how I do things. I like to be a joker and not take things too seriously. At least you don't have orangutans arms all. Oh yeah, that's I did used to have that actually. I used to have very skinny arms actually, which was not good looking back. But oh yeah, we're having banter. Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, I was like, yeah, I towered over most of my peers in school. That was yeah. Actually, there was a couple that were actually taller than me in class for a while actually, but and then I started to. I think it was around the end of year six, year seven, whenever it was. I started to just tower above everybody. Like I think it was when I got hit towards puberty and I started to have like a massive growth spurt. When I was just like, they noticed I was just suddenly growing like crazy. Like yeah, I don't know if you remember that, man, but I had this like. The thing is, it seemed to start to level off about 13, 14 years old. I didn't really seem to grow after that, actually. But how's it going? It's a name. You're right. Good to see you again. What was your name again? Though you did not really give your name on the air. I think my mum cooking fresh food every day, no processed food, is why I grew so healthy. But as an adult, yeah, I eat a lot of processed rubbish. So, oh yeah, my dad's about 5'8", which is a lot less tall than I am, and I think my mum's dad was actually quite tall, if I remember. She was saying that, so that might be where I got my height from. I mean, my uncle was 6 foot tall, but yeah, I know that there's a lot of like children are growing tall quite quickly now. Like if you notice, there's a lot of like tall children these days. Like there's some children that are like literally 6 foot tall. Like it's crazy. How tall was your mum's postman? I don't know. I come from a tall family, and my mum's 5'8". Yeah, my mum's like nearly 5'9". So yeah, is it 5'8" and 3/4? But I think she's lost a bit of height now with like getting older, and I think it's because of her posture and like she's got a kind of. I think she said, didn't you say you've got like a bit of a bend in your spine now, and you're or something like that, and it's caused a bit of height decrease now. But yeah, that's a shame. But yeah. My grandmother was actually less than 5 foot tall. I think she was like 4'11", even when she was like at her peak, and I think she dropped to about 4'10" when she got older. That was a joke you didn't get. All right, I don't know. I didn't really I didn't get that joke, but I prefer to eat what I make at home. I'm the shortest of the rest around 6 foot. Oh really? Yeah, it's better to do that than have like all this kind of processed crap that's just like with all the, tons of ingredients in it that you don't even know what you're getting. All this like all these numbers. You wonder why people are so sick nowadays. So I don't know whether this methylene blue can maybe offset some of these things, like the toxicity, scavenge the free radicals and all that. Shorter than my dad. Oh, really well. Yeah. Yeah. Life's one big pot. Oh yeah, that song. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna keep singing that. Yeah, it's just gonna end up ruining it. But yeah, how we're doing tonight? Yeah, if you haven't already, can you please like the live? Yeah, we seem to be kind of stuck around 10 viewers at the moment. It seems to have been stuck at that for a while. So let me just refresh this because I don't know if it's like just. It just seems to have been stuck at the same number of viewers for a while, which is kind of strange, but what I see on the screen anyway. But yeah, let's see what it's saying now. I say 9 now, but yeah. Oh, yeah, well, 13 likes. I don't know, for some reason it's on my phone. It's like still says 10 likes. So yeah, I'm not really bothered or anything. It's just it's kind of odd how that's happened, but yeah. It says 7 on mine, right? Yeah. What, 7 likes, or is it? Yeah, it says 13 likes on my end now, which is pretty good. So it's I think it's most I've had for a while. 14 likes on my phone. Oh yeah, yeah. I've noticed sometimes it says one more than what it is, but yeah, it says 10 watching now again. It goes up and down. So yeah, it says 11 watching now. So I don't know. It's that's not really pay too much attention to that because. It's vanity metrics at the end of the day, isn't it? Oh yeah, Tigger Lou was like, or Mandy, she's called. She's like put a comment on my video, but I don't know what's been going on with her because she hasn't really been in my chat for a while. But she did ask me how I'm doing and all that because I was wondering if she'd just like stop watching me because it's not like her to like stop watching me for a few days like that. So yeah, you use TikTok too? I used to, but I've been banned off there, like I said the other day. So I made a video on here talking about how I got banned at 38,000 followers. So I'm not even going to bother. using TikTok anymore because I'm like, what is the point when they just keep on, they kept restricting me and then eventually they just banned me. So yeah, I couldn't even be asked. Yeah. She doesn't really use YT. She messaged me. All right. Okay. Oh well, that's a shame. Well, I thought she was gonna support me on here, but oh well. Yeah. Oh well. Well, I thought at least they might tune in for a bit. I don't know why they won't use it, but yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, it is what it is. Yeah. I don't know why people wouldn't like even just come on for like a few minutes, even just to show their face or something. But you'll see who the real supporters are. The ones that will stick by no matter what. So yeah. Truth is, most of them won't. So yeah, I thought she was one of the ones that would have stuck by, but yeah. Oh well. Any reason why you got banned? They didn't even tell me. I got banned for all these different reasons, which were a lot of bullshit, really. Supposedly it was some kind of harassment or some crap, whatever, and I'm like, what are you even on about? And then at the end, they didn't even give me a reason. They just, out of the blue, just said that I'd been suspended indefinitely. So yeah, because you said you got banned, and it's like, seems to be a lot of people getting banned these days. Literally only a couple of weeks before I got banned, someone else got banned. In fact, it was that fucking bitch ex-girlfriend, one of her friends or something, and because he apparently got banned as well. So because I was actually messaging him and yeah, he's fucking yeah. So I don't know if they're just like at this moment they're just banning a lot of people. Maybe they've changed up the rules or something. I don't know. They've made it just so kind of maybe cyber stalkers. I don't know. I actually think this bitch X might have something to do with it because it's kind of funny how it's happened around that time. Like she got, who knows, she might have got a bunch of people to report me, or she reported me with, I mean, she might reported me, got other people reporting me. Who knows what's going on with this shit? Some weird shit's been going on. There was this person called Anth who was messaging me in private, some kind of threatening messages sort of thing, and yeah, and it's funny how it happened after that. So I'm wondering if this Anth person might be connected with that bitch X person, and because he was like trying to mess around in the chat and cause issues and with me and her and all this shit, and it just makes you wonder if it was all just part of the mind games. You must have been reported, mate. Yeah, must have. But I wonder if she's had something to do with it. But thing is, though, doesn't matter because we're growing on here, and I think that we're actually gonna, before long, we're gonna have a bigger chat over here because we're already getting, a few, like new people coming in every day. Or we're getting like, we're getting bigger every day. We're gonna keep on growing here. The sky's the limit, I just feel like this is more my platform. I enjoy it more here. Like people have said that, like I just seem more chill here. It's more, I tend to be more kind of just talk freely on here because I feel like the people on TikTok just aren't really that interested in more deeper conversation. They just want the quick bits of entertainment. I tend to be more about, more kind of getting into a deep kind of topic. But the problem on TikTok is that their attention spans are that short that they can't hold their attention long enough to even sit through any of that. Yeah, younger demographic. I think these younger demographics are really like, into all this brain rot, isn't it? It's just not my demographic of people, really. That's what I don't really like about it. It's just it's not my scene. There's some good people on there, of course, but even the older people generally are less inclined to be kind of very supportive and yeah. Oh well. Never mind. I don't know whether to restart this soon. It seems to be dropping off a bit, but sometimes I restart the live and it can push then the algorithm pushes it out again, but we'll see how this goes the next few minutes. But I've enjoyed it tonight so far. It's been good, but but yeah, it's just been kind of weird shit going on lately, and I just want to move past all that because a lot of my mental health shit that was going on was actually a direct result of TikTok. It was really messing with me, but I find on here I'm a lot more just like in my zone. I really enjoy it here, and yeah, it's just the people on there tend to be quite needy. They tend to be quite demanding of you. They tend to be just that kind of like the bottom of the barrel kind of people. What's the noise? It's just notifications, I think. Oh yeah, you take care, Richard. Have a good one. Yeah, who's still here? Is Abby still there? Who else is watching me right now? Anton's still there. Is Dale still there? Let me know if you're still watching, people. Yeah. Oh yeah, Abby's still there. Cool. Yeah. But yeah, welcoming everybody. I was just thinking about like moderators and stuff. I think I'm cool, but I mean, I might add a couple more soon. People that I trust. So yeah, especially as it gets bigger, it might be starting to get a bit more difficult to deal with. But so far, it's been so good. Pretty much, like I don't get a lot of negative comments and stuff. Yeah, you take care, Richard. Have a good one. I don't really get so many negative comments here. It's just, it's just some people might disagree, but they'll explain why they disagree, and they're not trying to necessarily cause an argument, which is good. I don't want to be, in a hostile place where it's just argumentative, and yeah. Another model would be good. Yeah, because I mean, yeah, I might give one to Abby actually, because I trust Abby because of like we've like known each other for a while now, and I'll just do a standard moderator, and yeah, that'll be enough for me for now. But yeah, I'd volunteer to be modded. When it comes to like people that I don't really know that well, I have to kind of take some time with that. I'm just considering whether I should restart the live and maybe because I know like every time I restart, it pushes it out to new people. I've noticed that after a while, it seems like less new people arrive, but I get it. Yeah, I get that. How long have you been coming here now then? Yeah. But yeah, welcoming everybody. But I think, yeah, people need to agree to disagree rather than getting all heated. Yeah, exactly. Some people just want to cause arguments, it seems. They just want to pick fights, and, it's just pathetic, isn't it, really? Fifth time now. What's that? Was that fifth time coming here, you mean? Yeah. Yeah, I know you've only been a few times, haven't you? Yeah, since I started coming back on. So I used to come on here a bit more often, but like, I'm really trying to like, really sort of take it seriously again and like really build it up this time. And I'm seeing some momentum starting to build with it already. So yeah, yeah. So yeah. So anyway, how's everybody doing tonight? Hope you all had a good day. What are your plans for the rest of the week? Like I said, I've been planning on maybe getting myself a static caravan soon. I've been looking into some cheap ones, and I can maybe rent it out for a few weeks a year so it offsets the costs of it. And that's what I plan. It's good to have something planned that's viable, something that seems within reach. There's no point in. I mean, some people like to plan really far ahead, but I like to have things that are within reach. And yeah, got a cold. Need to do 3 assignments before Monday. Oh yeah, well yeah, good luck with that then. So you're saying you've got a cold? You mean? I would say just look at a thing called echinacea. I've heard that can help with cold and flu symptoms. So yeah, it's meant to help with your immune system, or at least just decrease the symptoms of the cold. But yeah, are you going to add a video? So yeah, you might want to maybe add it on here and on TikTok perhaps, I don't know. But yeah, maybe you might be better off trying to focus on YouTube actually, where you're not going to get all these weird messages probably, because on TikTok with their message system. It's like you were saying, you're getting all these weird messages, but maybe on here you won't get so much of that, perhaps. So you could perhaps build more of a loyal community here rather than on TikTok. It's mainly just a bunch of toxic people saying horrible things or weird comments like sugar daddies and shit like that. So yeah. Olive leaf's good for colds. Oh yeah, right. Gonna Vic my feet and sleep in it always works. Oh really? Oh yeah. What do you mean Vic your feet? You mean kick your feet and sleep? You mean? Yeah. What else would I say? Is it elderberry syrup? I've heard is supposed to be good for colds as well. So yeah. But yeah, resting will help to, yeah, with things like that, 'cause your immune system will work better when you're sleeping. Because when you're active, that actually suppresses your immune system. And then when you're more relaxed, then your immune system starts to switch on more because then melatonin starts to get released and so actually I think they found that melatonin might actually help people's immune systems because that's like the sleep hormone. It helps you to relax and get more kind of the immune system would fire up more. So yeah, on feet and socks, loads of fluids and my Teddy. Oh yeah, Teddy. Oh Teddy. All right, people, sorry for this, but I'm going to restart. I'll be back as soon as I can, all right? So maybe just get yourself, I don't know, get yourself a drink, something to eat. But yeah, okay, it's an end. But yeah, just do what you got to do, but I'll be back in a second, all right?